tuning in. All of Jay King's jewelry today with Mine Finds for our big Tucson Gem event. It is our biggest gem event of the entire year. We wait for this and we get so excited with the anticipation. Everything is on 5 Flex. We highly recommend checking out hsn.com as well to really kind of see the expanded collection from Mine Finds. But Jay, speaking of big and bold and spectacular, this is really cool. We love the petrified wood, and we have it in the necklace, the bracelet, and we have it in the perfect little button earrings, anywhere from $44.90 on the bracelet. We have $49.90 on the earrings, and then $99.90 on the necklace. Jay, this is the lowest price we've ever offered, already getting 5-star reviews, but this is really unique and different. This is our Carwood. It comes out of northern Nevada, and this came from a private collection that we purchased many years ago, 7, maybe going on 8 years now. A friend of ours, Phil, he spent his whole life. I wish I knew even one millionth of what this man knew about not just gems, fossils, and minerals, but about petrified wood. Petrified wood, as a kid, it was one of my, the first 2 things in my collection when I was young was fool's gold, right, which is gold pyrite, and my second thing was petrified wood. Oh. We used to go. We're very outdoorsy. We camp a lot, and I used to fill my pockets, right, with petrified wood. Really? And that's why it's illegal now.
I was going to ask you. I was going to say, isn't there a sign of you that buys this do not take?
Yeah, it says that you're not. It's actually you're not allowed to take petrified wood or collect it off of public property. The only way you can get it is off of private ranches. I did this year. I was amazed in Tucson. I saw several people that were making petrified wood furniture and everything. It was through the roof expensive. But
I don't know how close we can come on this.
What you're looking at is you're looking at something that's 30 to 50 million years old, and petrified wood is how it's formed. And you can see it started off. So it started off actually as wood, as lumber, as timber. And what happened was there was some kind of like an eruption. Mount St. Helens is a perfect example. If we could come back in 30 million years from now and go to Mount St. Helens, you're going to see a bunch of petrified wood, yes, right? Because here's how it's formed, and this is what happens. You have an organic material, so you have a log in this case, or you have wood. It gets covered with volcanic ash, which seals it. So, okay, when it seals it, then it can't oxidize. So when it can't oxidize, it can't decay. Oh. So what happens is over time, and we're talking millions of years, millions and millions of years, water, you get rain, it percolates down through the ash, the sediment, and that material goes in, the wood acts as like a mold, and then it's what they call a secondary replacement. It's the minerals replace the organic material, and then you end up with petrified wood. I just love petrified wood. I got to tell you,
I like it a lot too, Jay.
So many people have an affinity for it. It's just great. I want to.
Hey Jay, what do you think with the coral, with the today's special?
Well, the cool thing with petrified wood is it pretty much goes with about anything. I mean, there's nothing that it really won't go with. It's very organic, very, I don't want to say generic, because it's not generic in the fact that it's unusual. Every bit of it is, a little different. You could actually see.
Oh, here it is. I love this picture.
Actually, when I was out there, I was, at that time, I was pulling one of our big trailers, our fifth wheels, and they actually searched my fifth wheel.
Did they really?
Yeah, I don't know if they'd seen me on TV or whatever. But, okay, here's a perfect example. They have pictures before and after. This is a Petrified National Monument. If you see that in the 40s, yes, there's probably 10 times the amount of wood out there.
Really?
Yeah, but everybody's taking a little piece home every now and then. And so by doing that, they've kind of decimated it. So here again, this is your chance
to own something that's 30 to 50 million years old. This was formed about the same time that you see your Baltic amber being formed.
Could you imagine this with Baltic amber, though?
It would look cool.
Ooh, that would be really cool.
This
okay,
is just
last
soft,
call
very, very natural.
On the bracelet. I would love to show, guys, if I can show here, if you don't mind. I know there's less than 600. I wanted you to see what the today's special, because I think it looks really pretty. This is, you know, you're going to have a lot of fun stacking and mixing that today's special. Last call. Notice this is stretch, so you don't have to worry about it. It's so cool. And look at the size of that barrel-shaped petrified wood beads. They're large, but they're warm and rich and earthy. So pretty. Look at the necklace. Last call. How many left on the necklace now? Because, okay, 200 left on the necklace. It is going fast. Lowest price. Bracelet just sold out. Thank you for your orders. So that leaves our necklace. It leaves the earrings. The earrings are the perfect size. There is this earthiness, this warmth, this really raw, organic feel. This is the best shot, Jay, because I think there you see what's so special about Mother Nature and what she can create.
Do you know what's really amazing about this, too? You know, with scientists, okay, if you think about it, they take petrified wood and they can actually analyze the ring structure, right? And they can tell when this was being formed if they had a lot of water.